Hello everybody, this is Chris Bird or Monkey Dude 1313 and this is episode 2 of Wishlist Wednesday. 1 week ago for Wishlist Wednesday number 1, we did Sun and Moon Unbroken Bonds, in which we were missing a surprisingly small number of cards. 2 days ago for Master Set Monday episode 3, I did Vintage Fossil, which I highly recommend you guys go and check it out. Alright, for today, Wishlist Wednesday episode 2, we are doing Lost Origin from the Sword and Shield era. This set is very recent compared to things like Fossil or to Unbroken Bonds. Set only came out a couple of years ago, and as a result, it's not too difficult to get your hands on a lot of this bulk. Most of the card shops you go into will have bulk available for this kind of thing, and just about everyone who's currently in the hobby has opened at least some number of these packs. This set is very cool to me because not only does it have some textured half arts in there, and it has the VSTAR type cards, but it also has cards like this Gardevoir here, the Radiant Gardevoir, which is a very unique and interesting textured pattern. I think that is quite cool to look at, and a fun sub-collection to go on if you'd like to. I will pull out this Gengar as well, give you guys a quick look at that. Gengar is always a fan favorite. Looks like he's jumping on top of a chandelier over a dining table or something. Very cool, very cool. All right, so I'm going through a little bit quicker, as you can probably tell, because this set has a lot of hits, and so it's important to get to the hits relatively quickly. As always, Rockruff being adorable. Not my favorite Rockruff, though, but it's way up there. All right, these cards here, like this Giratina, are the VSTAR cards, and even in the half art, they're textured and have a very unique look to them. So I quite like the design that they made for these cards, even though they're technically half arts. All right, moving right along. Looking at some more of these normal cards. Here we go. Here's the big one, the page that everyone is looking forward to, probably because of this guy right here. I'm going to slow roll it a little bit before pulling him out. I really appreciate this Rotom card here. This is an alternate art. This is number 177, and the texture and the entire image on this card I think is very cool. This was maybe the second to last card we needed to finish this set, and when we finally found it, it was very cool to find. I just really enjoy Rotom in general. I think he's a very cool Pokemon, and his concept is very neat. And the fact that he can basically jump into any piece of machinery and kind of control it, I think is very cool. Next up, the card that a lot of people are searching for in this set, the Aerodactyl V. We actually pulled this one ourselves, which is very cool. And I like all of the different spread of Pokemon in this picture. We got a lot of different fossils. We got some Tropius, some Bastiodon and Shieldon. Just a very cool card in general. I think Aerodactyl has always been one of my favorite Pokemon, and he's really stood the test of time. You know, he's got a lot of different cool things going for him, and they don't overdo him to the point where it's too much. So I really like this card. Next up, Galarian Berserker V. Of all the Galarian Pokemon, this is way up there with my favorites. I just love how much of a gremlin he is, and all the different kinds of things that he tries to get his hands on despite not necessarily needing or wanting them. Very cool Pokemon. I like Galarian Meowth as well. Yeah, I like Galarian Meowth as well, but Berserker is really the way to go. Alright, and the card most people are searching for from this set, the Giratina V alternate art. This card is worth $500 to $550 for the most part, and it is a very sought after card. This card alone, along with maybe the Aerodactyl, are the reason why packs and boxes of this set are still quite expensive, all things considered. So what a very cool card. We did not open this one ourselves. We traded for it at a card show, and we traded a couple of Gen 3 EXs, such as the Fire Red Leaf Green Venusaur EX. Awesome card. Very happy to finally get one. We had to visit quite a few different vendors before we found the copy and the price that we were looking to pay for it. Love this card. Very cool. However, if we have the Aerodactyl, and we have the Giratina, what possibly could we be missing from this set? Well, let's keep flipping through and find out. All right, full art trainers here. Quite like the trainers in this set. Volo from Legends Arceus is quite a cool character to me. I really enjoyed the plot of that game, and we had a blast playing through it. Even some of the mechanics like catch 10 Pidgey and whatever, they were okay. They didn't want to redo them, but was okay to do them the first time. Page full of rainbows. Some people really love the rainbow cards. I'm on the fence. I think they're neat. I liked collecting them. I'm not upset to have them, but I prefer the other types of cards instead. Alright, cards like this, Giratina VSTAR. I really love how the VSTAR Pokemon look when in gold. I think it's very, very cool. Alright, Zoroark, Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR. Also very cool in that same treatment. Really like the texture and colors on this guy. And I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of the gaudy gold, but I'm into it. I like shiny things. Alright, so we've arrived at the end of the main set, and we have everything. So, I guess we're missing a reverse, or 2, or 10. But, before we get into that, Trainer Gallery. Trainer Gallery, I really like the art on these cards. The Charizard and the Gengar are up there for me. I really, really, really like all of the cool theming that you can get in these cards. And it's very nice that this Pikachu ends up in the middle of the page. I think that kind of sells the whole thing. Flipping one more page over, we get to see a lot of Pokemon featured with their trainers. And I think that that is a very cool theme to do for some of these Trainer Gallery cards. So this Pikachu VMAX, and then I'll quickly pull out the Pikachu V. I like how these cards go together. Yeah, there's the focus. I really like how these cards go together, and I think are quite cool. All right, moving right along, keeping things moving quickly. This Enamorus was one of the last 5 cards we needed for this set, and we finally found it from a vendor named Minions TCG at Fanime this year, actually. So we picked this up at Fanime. Quite a cool card. All right, moving on. We're at the end of the set. The Trainer Gallery again. Still not missing anything. So, reverses. Let's look on through all the reverses. As you can tell, all of the EXs, I guess in this case, is it EXs in this set? Oh, the Vs. All the Vs, all the full art Vs, everything. We just squish the set together, so we don't leave any gaps in the reverses for these cards. But, as you can see, there it is. There it is. Our Bronzor reverse. This is the last card we need to finish this set. We don't need 5 cards. We don't need 10. We don't need anything super expensive or shiny. We need a singular Bronzor half art. And this is the joy of collecting, where you can have all of the really cool stuff and still have your chase card be a reverse common that most people wouldn't even care about having. So that's the thrill of the hunt. We're still on the lookout for it. We will find it one day. But for now, we're just going to be really happy to have such a complete set, even if it's not completely complete. We're about as chill as the Snorlax about the whole thing. You know, we would love to have that Bronzor, and we've searched for it quite a bit, but it will come in time. And it will take about a dime and many hours of searching through bulk boxes. Alright, there's the end of the set. So, tune in next Monday for Master Set Monday 4, where we're going to go over another very fun set. If last week was Fossil and the week before was Ultra Prism, who knows what the future holds for that. So, what card in the set is your favorite? Do you really like the Trainer Galleries from this? Or do you really like the Giratina Vs? How about the layout of the cards in the Fancy section? Sword and Shield is the first time where the Fancy section would have full art Pokemon, alternate art, full art Pokemon, alternate art, full art, alternate, full art, alternate. In the more recent sets, they separate out the alternates and the normal versions of the cards. Fun. Very interesting. So, what of these cards is your favorite? Please let me know in the comments, and subscribe so you can check out Master Set Monday next week, and maybe some new interesting videos before then. Thanks for watching.